Conor Sandford's interest in heritage began when he was 17 and uncovered a silver ring on the family farm. A decade on from that discovery, he has restored the Windmill Stump, a well-known landmark in County Armagh, which he inherited from his grandfather. The original windmill was built around 1706, but by the 20th century it had fallen into disrepair. By the time the restoration began, the building itself was at risk. Conor, who now works in the heritage sector in London, credits his grandfather and his upbringing in one of the most historic parts of Northern Ireland for his deep personal appreciation of our built heritage.
Well, when I was about 16, I found a ring in a field called the Honey Pot. It turned out to be treasure from 1170, and that really got me thinking, that probably belonged to somebody who lived near where I grew up all those years ago, nearly 1,000 years ago. Started to look at objects in a slightly different way, not just monetary value, but then also buildings in the same light, These places aren't just bricks and mortar. Well, the stump itself was built sometimes between 1706 and 1723, and we know that because of an old will, Mr. Hoop's will, of 1723. It operated as a mill on the toll principle, so the local tenants had to take their corn to this mill to be ground, and then the miller took some flour for every so many bags of corn ground. And it operated sort of a local hub in the community as well, Well, the first thing was to understand what we had, so to photograph everything, to record everything, compile the record, so that's there no matter what happens. And then the next step was to look at, well, what's this building going to be used as in the future? So it's an historic windmill dwelling, so someday it might well be a dwelling again, and it's to do the work necessary to save the building for the future, to allow that to happen whenever I can afford to do it. So it was putting a new roof on, putting new floors in. I'd love to get people back in the building because this was a hub of the community at one time, and everybody around here has stories about this building, this place. It's much more than just a landmark. It is that, but it's more than that too, and it means different things to different people. And I want to capture those in some way. It's a wonderful place, It's a rare place, there aren't that many windmill stumps from 1706 around. It's been a long and bumpy road, and I think it would be sort of recognition of the building.